Irish whiskey coming through.
Not Irish whiskey, but you know what? We're going to talk about it because Sam and myself both work in the wine and spirit industry and both have a deep, passionate love for all things distilled spirits. So as the red-blooded Americans we are, we've had to have a drink in our hand throughout this show and every single show. Mr. Graham, you see, that is what we call driving the motherfucking bus. Tell us about number 19 on Whiskey Advocate's Top 20 of 2022.
You know what, Mel? The worst part about it is that my immediate thought was we're going to have to hear about that transition for the next 3 to 6 weeks.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. He's going to be having me like, hey, can you slice that out?
Look at it. Look at him right now. Look how chuffed he is with himself.
Christian
All right.
made that meme for a reason. Daddy drives the fucking bus.
All right. This is Fuji whiskey. This is a Japanese whiskey. 86 proof, should run you about $70, on the shelf. Obviously, its origin is Japan. Your blurb from Whiskey Advocate comes from Miss Julia Higgins. In creating this dram, Fuji master blender Joda Tanaka blends 4 styles of whiskey, all produced and aged at Fuji Gotemba Distillery, which is located at the base of Mount Fuji. The nose is delicate and softly sweet, calling to mind honeygrams. Luckily, it's not an outer gram. Molasses, malt, a zip of lemon meringue. It's probably not dancing, is it? Yep. And baking spice.
Oh, boom, chicka, boom, chicka, boom, boom.
The richly textured, that'll happen after I have the rest of this whiskey. The richly textured.
It'll be more like boom, chicky, done.
Yeah, boom, chicky. This richly textured palate is loaded with vanilla icing and marshmallow sweetness, malt, caramel, and dried mango. But there's a complexity aided by bursts of black pepper and jalapeno. The peppery spice follows through on the finish, and as does sweet vanilla ice cream. So the only sip I've had with this so far has been with a cube. So I'm gonna just take it straight from the neck of the taster you gave me. Mm-hmm. Let's see if I get any of that. The vanilla is big on the nose for me.
It is a sweet, sweet bomb for me, and I actually quite like it. I would compare this to. It has the backbone of a Scottish blend, that kind of smoky thing going on. This would rub me as like a very sweet Johnny Walker Black.
Yeah.
What I get from it.
Okay. Fair enough. I can see that pepper spice coming through on the end there. And there is a little bit of, I don't know that I call it jalapeno because I don't think it's spicy by any means, but it's almost like a fresh, like a green bell pepper. Mm-hmm. There's like a pepper snap to it. It's delightful.
Yeah, it is. It's very much. It's vanilla. It's marshmallow cream. Well worth the price of admission on that bottle. I think I got it for $65, and I'm damn satisfied with this. This is
that's really nice. Well, since we do have more people checking us out, we should always also remember any prices that we throw out are suggested retail prices. Stores in your area, whether they're state run, whether they're independent, they all could charge different things. Don't go in there and say, hey, the two Sams told me. Nah, don't do that shit. Yeah. Everybody has their own business. They're allowed to charge what they want. But according to Whiskey Advocate, this should run you around $70.
Yeah.
Just
also,
a little disclaimer.
Not available in Maryland. I actually bought this in DC because I could not find it anywhere in Maryland. But a lovely, lovely little whiskey. I'm very pleasantly impressed with this whiskey. I still think the Mars Iowa, the 45, the green label that was on from a few years ago, I still think that's my personal opinion, the best Japanese whiskey that I've tasted that has made the list.
Yeah, absolutely. I was going to say this blows last year's out of the
and
water.
Nikas and stuff like that are really stellar, but this is really damn good.
I'm with you. This one blows last year's out of the water, in my opinion.
Very.
I was a bit disappointed by the Nika Peated last year. This one,
at the price point that it was too. I mean,
exactly.
It was a $250 bottle. Like, wow me a little. Like it just.
Well, I mean, it's a huge part
of smoked Japanese whiskey. That's That was it.
Right.
It wasn't a
do
ton
something
to it.
different. Yeah.
Yeah,
Exactly right.
there was other Iago stuff from Nika that I was far more impressed with than the limited release peated, which should have been more. It really should have been more. But,
Yeah, for sure.
What else should we always do, Mr. Graham?
Just always remind people to gamble legally, responsibly, but also drink legally and responsibly.
Well, normally, if you're not drinking legally and responsibly, you're probably not gambling legally and responsibly either.
Not typically. You're not. No.